Hi, I'm the old-timey movie reviewer, and today's movie features a detective character that's been in multiple movies bearing his name. No, not Charlie Chan. No, not Mr. Moto. I'm talking about Bulldog Drummond. Yeah, I don't really know who he is either. So, let's find out about him as we watch Bulldog Drummond in Africa. So the movie starts out and, So I guess Big Ben's in Africa now. Go figure. But I kid. The movie starts off in England, as Bulldog Drummond and his butler stand around in their underpants. Wait, what? They're walking around with no pants on? That's fucked up. Is this movie gonna get any sillier? No? Good. So yep, they're at home with no pants on. Why? Because Bulldog Drummond's getting married that night, and they don't want him leaving his house to go solve crimes. And they took the butler's pants cause... why? I guess they were afraid he'd steal the butler's pants to go outside. We are then introduced to the other characters in the movie, as they all take turns phoning in their lines. Gee, can I phone in my review? There's Bulldog Drummond's fiancée, Phyllis Clavering, and there's Mr. Kennington. No wait, he's Colonel Nelson, I hope. Who is Bulldog Drummond's boss, and then there's Bulldog Drummond's friend Algie, who's the man who's taken Bulldog Drummond's pants.
What, Algie? Algie, have you got your own trousers?
Have I got my own trousers? Now, Hugh, old boy, Hugh, I forgot to put them on.
Ah, you gotta love sophisticated humor. Oh, I know that wasn't sophisticated humor. I was just being sarcastic. Yeah, I know you know that I was being sarcastic. I was just being blatant, you know, like the movie. So, first the actors are phoning in their lines, and now they're too lazy to wear pants. Thanks, guys. You're professionals. So as Bulldog Drummond and his butler start to party down, we head over to Greystone Manor, which is 3 blocks up from Greystoke, and down the road from Greyskull. As Mr. Colonel Nelson, goes home only to be confronted by, Satan? Actually, he's a criminal named Richard Lane, who's there to steal secret plans Colonel Nelson has. He then searches Colonel Nelson's briefcase for the secret plans, making sure not to get trapped inside.
Oh, no, wait a moment.
I'm sorry, Colonel.
I'm only trying to help you. Here's the key.
Oh, my apologies.
I'm gonna kidnap you, possibly kill you. Oh, but sorry about your briefcase.
Luck seems to have turned against me.
You ought to know that all important papers are kept in the yard.
He keeps the secret papers in the yard? What? Why? Oh, no, wait. He means Scotland Yard. I get it. Although, no one would suspect his backyard. So not finding the secret plans, Richard Lane resorts to threatening Colonel Nelson.
And if I retain my clam-like silence?
By talking loudly. Did he just fart? Well, they have done every other kind of humor. Why not? Fart humor, everyone. Fart humor. Okay, yeah, I know. He didn't actually fart. It's just the seat he's sitting on, or a weird scratch in the film. But nonetheless, it sounds like he farts at that exact moment. You know what? I think it actually is supposed to be a fart. It's a fart. I'm making it official. It's a fart. He farted. The character farted. This movie is just going downhill so fast it's ridiculous.
You servicemen are all alike.
Farting and not saying excuse me. And why is Lane threatening Nelson?
Many great nations will pay money for each other's war secrets.
Really?
Wow, brilliant! Patent it and call it espionage! But before anything bad can happen, Bulldog's fiancée shows up and, is that why men used to open doors for women? Because if they didn't, women wouldn't know how to exit a car. She's then shown into the house by Lane. Good thing too, or else she'd be going through the window. Then she is told Colonel Nelson doesn't live there anymore, and that he just let the place go that afternoon without telling anyone, which of course she doesn't believe for a second. Satan, master deceiver. But she pretends to be deceived by his moronic lies, and then, yeah, the master spy thinks he's tricked her, and instead of kidnapping her too, he lets her go, cause, plot convenience compels him to. So she leaves the house and hides outside to watch as Lane and his henchmen carry out the unconscious Colonel Nelson, and leave. She then heads back into the mansion to call Bulldog Drummond, but he's preoccupied. I'm never going to be able to look at Catholic schoolgirls the same way. So she heads to Bulldog Drummond's place to retrieve him, and not having guns in the house, the butler produces a set of pistols, and then our three heroes in skirts head off to Greystone Manor.
I say, you, Phyllis! I've got your pants up!
Giving up their pants for their new Scottish look. Arriving at Greystone Manor, pistols in hand and skirts on, ready for action. With shock value alone, they have the upper hand. But alas, the bad guys aren't there. And they already knew that. But they arrive just in time as Colonel Nelson's butler is at death's door. Apparently he's been dying for who knows how long, as he was face down dying behind the couch before Colonel Nelson even got home. But they get there just in time for him to tell them who did it. Well, actually, with plenty of time. For someone fighting for life, he sure is able to say a lot before he dies. Just listen.
It was Richard DeLay, Captain Drummond, got an aeroplane. Yeah, him and he.
Yes?
Taking him to
Where, Phillips, where?
Africa, somewhere near Arby, Morocco.
We should all be so lucky to have lots of time to talk as we die.
I'm dying!
Grandpa, tell me a story.
Okay, one last story before I die. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse, and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail around a little and see the watery part of the world. That in her retracing search after her missing children, she only found another orphan.
Again.
No, that's enough. Oh!
And of course, after the butler says what they needed to hear, he dies. Convenient. Well, they say he dies, but it could be that he just passed out. Like he did earlier. They were able to tell he was still alive then, and revive him, but what? Now they're sure he's dead? Really? I think they just don't care. So abandoning the butler to die, if he hasn't already, the skirts here head off to stop the bad guys. But before they can get to them, the bad guys fly off. Was that just an ad for grenades? Grenades. Just throw 'em. A grenade a day keeps the war at bay. Hi, I'm Anthony Quinn, and I'm dead now, and I say to you, don't throw grenades. Don't. Oh, and now it's an ad for pistols. Shitty pistols. Shitty pistols. Just don't use them. So as the bad guys escape, the cops arrive and are subsequently told of what happened. And Bulldog and his band of ruffians then go to his airplane hangar to fly to Africa. Oh, and by the way, Bulldog Drummond is rich. And then they're stopped by the police who have orders to make sure they don't go after their kidnapped friend. Because, the movie would end too soon? So in an attempt to free themselves from the cop guarding them, they put the lamest and most transparent plan into action. Which of course the cop falls for.
Here, I say you can't do that.
This guy's as easy to fool as the devil. Jeepers, this is something you'd expect a cartoon character to fall for, not a character in a live-action movie. Who the fuck would fall for that? So after having tricked Officer McDumbass into a box, they fly to Africa. And I'm guessing the cop locked in the box most likely starves to death or suffocates and dies. Our heroes. So the title is vindicated as Bulldog Drummond lands in Africa. As they get out of the plane, they are met by... Oh, there's Waldo. What's he doing out of the plane with pliers? They are met by the Moroccan police, who have orders to... Oh, there's Waldo again. Have orders to take him to the British consulate, where Bulldog Drummond is told he's going to be sent back to England, and that Colonel Nelson is safe at home, and there's nothing to worry about. Which seems dumb, but knowing the rest of the movie like I do, I know it's because the British consulate has a sting operation planned to trap Richard Lane. But still, why can't they just tell Bulldog Drummond? I mean, he is a detective, and the missing guy is his friend. They shouldn't expect him to just forget about it and leave. They should realize that by not telling him, he may end up interfering with their plans. But actually it works out, because after Bulldog Drummond leaves, the guys in the British consulate are kidnapped by Lane's lackey, who works for the consulate. So if Bulldog Drummond had been told of the plans, he'd probably have been kidnapped too, and then who'd save everyone? The butler? So Bulldog and his pack of friends find themselves stuck in a hotel room with cops outside the door, and decide to put into action a plan only a child would be proud of. They tie lots and lots of bedsheets together, and I mean lots of bedsheets. Just look at them all. How'd they get so many bedsheets? Did the guards let them raid other rooms? Did they rob the maid's little cart? Did they find the lost city of Las Habanas hidden under their bed? But before they can put their done-to-death plan into action, someone knocks on the door, and instead of Bulldog Drummond going back inside the room as they answer the door, he hides outside the window. 'Cause, how likely is it going to be that the door's for him? He's only the person the British consulate explained itself to, so obviously if it was them at the door, they wouldn't want to talk to him, 'cause that makes sense. And if it was for him, I'm sure they wouldn't want to come in and wait for him if they were told he's in the bath. Which is what he tells them to say, showing he even knew that the door would be for him. And you may be saying to yourself, he's probably making his escape right now as you speak. No, he's not. He's just out there on the ledge waiting. So, big surprise, Lane's henchmen and the hotel owner show up wanting to speak to Bulldog Drummond. Gee, didn't see that coming. And after being told he's in the bath, they decide to wait. Why do I always feel like a genius when I'm watching old movies? So then it becomes a waiting game. What will happen next? Will the interlopers get tired of waiting for Bulldog's bath to be over? Will Bulldog get tired of waiting for them to leave? Find out now. What happens is Bulldog Drummond's brilliant scheme is foiled by one of the guards' simple deductions.
We saw Captain Drummond go into that room, did we not?
See, here with the others.
Did we see him come out?
No.
Yes, the gentleman said he was in his bath.
That is so.
It cannot be so.
Why?
There is one bedroom on each floor. And the bedroom, it is not in there. It is down there.
Ooh, foiled. Wait, Bulldog Drummond wanted his friends to say he was in the bathroom, but none of them realized there was no bathroom? What the fuck? How'd that happen? How do you spend any time in a hotel room and not realize there's no toilet in there? Seriously, were they all just peeing in the potted plants? Or are they all just really constipated? Or were they all just shitting out of the window? Well, if that's the case, Bulldog Drummond is in the bathroom. So the guards enter the room and... Oh, there's Waldo. And tell them there's no bathroom in the room.
There is no bath.
And then the guards search the room as Bulldog Drummond hides.
Ha!
Wow, greatest hide-and-seek player ever. Don Roberts, eat your heart out. At least he's a better hider than the Asian guy from She-Demons. Although, he never got caught.
Caleb, where are you?
And what, senor, is this for?
Climbing out.
Owned. So caught, they're sent back to England in their plane, which happens to have a time bomb attached to it that will explode when they're 1 hour out to sea. Gee, I wonder if the movie's going to kill off its main characters. This is so suspenseful. Ooh, what's going to happen? I can't watch. Ooh, I'm on the edge of my seat. I hate this crap in movies. Do people actually feel suspense when the main characters of a movie are put in danger like this? Because if the plane explodes over the ocean, they'll all die. And it seems obvious to me that the movie's not going to kill off all its characters. Especially since they're characters that appear in multiple movies. I mean, I could see them killing off the butler or Algie, but all four of them? No fucking way. Okay, yes, I wish they all would die. It would be awesome to see, and it would be amazingly shocking, but I realize that ain't gonna happen. And I'm not on the edge of my seat. Well, actually, I am. I sit on the edge of my seat, because if I sit further back on the couch, I'll sink down into the couch like this. But I digress. Just like in all my other reviews. So they then land the plane and get out. And oh wow, it blows up just as they get a safe distance away. I did not see that coming. I am so shocked. This is more shocking to me than Major Shear's death. Madness. Madness. So now back in Africa, Bulldog Drummond goes and confronts Richard Lane, and a gunfight erupts.
Oh, I'm dying. The earth is suffocating. Swear to make them cut me open so that I won't be buried alive. Water. I am not the least afraid to die. Go on. Get out. Last words are for fools who haven't said enough.
Then Bulldog Drummond defeats Richard Lane, way to go Aslan, and rescues Colonel Nelson, thus ending the movie. So that's that. The movie's over, but Bulldog Drummond will be in many more movies that I never saw. But for me, I'm just going to remember him in this one, which for me will always be called Bulldog Drummond in a skirt.